What if I told you a black college student, okay, was urinated on by her roommate in the dorm? You would say, well, obviously, the institution is going to have something to say about that. Well, ironically, not if you're at NYU. NYU student claims that is exactly what happened. Institution did absolutely nothing. Here it is.
My roommate urinated on me at 5:26 last Saturday, and NYU sucks. NYU sucks at handling these types of situations. So I just want to detail what happened to me yesterday so I don't forget it, and because genuinely I have no more hope left, at all. During the week, they sent me an email basically saying that they were going to have an escort for me, and they had asked my roommate to not be in the dorm at the time that I was moving out. I was supposed to move out from 3 to 5 p.m. I thought that this meant that they had told her, hey, you cannot be in the dorms while this is happening. Can she just move out in peace? Well, I get back to the dorm. It's 3 p.m. I talk to Insert Report. I talk to the people at the RA desk, resource center. There was no escort. There was no escort that they had specifically planned to take me.
Put it up full mass. Put a picture up. It's very sad she had to detail this. And what you are about to hear makes it even worse. A second-year student at NYU's Tisch School of Arts said the university failed to adequately respond to her concerns after her roommate allegedly urinated on her in their Broome Street dorm, though administrators claim they have, quote, taken the matter seriously, end quote. The alleged incident took place on April 12th, when Eloni Belcher says she woke up at about 5:26 a.m. to find her roommate, now this is tough to hear, tougher for her to experience, squatting over her and urinating on her arms. Belcher said her roommate, who appeared intoxicated, looked surprised that she had woken up and caught her in the act. She said she immediately cleaned herself, washed her soiled mattress and bedsheets, which by then, quote, smelled so rancid, she said. Belcher said she maintained a good relationship with her roommate since moving in together last semester, but said a disagreement the day before may have precipitated the incident. So you have motive here. She said she had texted a roommate and asked her to quiet down while she was on the phone because it was disruptive and frustrating. The very next night, Belcher said she awoke to warm urine raining down her arm. That's a horrible, horrible situation. It's bad, all right? Bad. It is an assault based on the standards of statutory law. It's unwanted physical contact and a few other rules. And I'm sure dorm rules had to be violated as well, right? We're talking about laws. I'm sure dorm rules also violated. So you have a litany of opportunity here in order to leverage discipline against the individual who violated a student at the university while in or on the university campus inside of a university dorm that they're paying for. So following the alleged incident, here's what happened. Belcher said she contacted NYU's Department of Campus Safety and was directed to meet with 2 officers at Carlisle Court. That's according to Belcher. The officers filed a report and they contacted the New York City Police Department. But after waiting nearly an hour for their arrival, campus officials told her, quote, it wasn't worth waiting for the police. So let's go through this. So the campus authorities contacted the police department. Why? Because they concluded a crime has taken place. So they contacted those who investigate crime. The police. The police take too long to come. Now, it's not worth the wait, according to Ms. Belcher. NYU spokesperson John Beckman disputed Belcher's characterization of the university's response in a statement to the student newspaper, saying that the Office of Student Conduct became involved immediately. According to an April 12th email obtained by WSN, Gramercy Green Hall director Chelsea Whitaker advised Belcher to file a police report herself because law enforcement cannot enter NYU residence halls. Now that's a lie. Probable cause trumps all that. A warrant trumps all that as well. You have a complaining victim of a crime, that trumps all that also. What do you mean they can't go there? If there's a student being harassed by another student, the police can't enter? Come on. You put this in writing? That's silly. There's more. Belcher filed the report the same day. She was compliant with the protocol. She said police initially struggled to determine how to classify the incident, but ultimately categorized it as harassment. After Belcher filed police reports at 2 additional precincts the next day, both classified the incident as harassment, a charge that carries lighter penalties than sexual or physical assault. So why is it there seems to be this reluctancy? Well, we dealt with this in Atlanta. We dealt with this at multiple colleges where young ladies were being harassed on campus and some were being sexually assaulted. But there was this conspiracy. And the conspiracy was for the campus police to do everything they could do to coordinate with local police if necessary, but to make sure that it never became a sexual assault allegation, because those are mandate reporting dynamics. And all of a sudden, your institution has to report that these things are happening, these physical assaults are happening on campus. And then perhaps a parent or two may not want to go there, or may not want their child to go there, or a student may not want to attend. It's a money thing. Belcher also requested temporary housing. Sounds reasonable to me. Your roommate just urinated on. Very reasonable request. Not wanting to put herself in another position with the roommate. According to an email exchange, the residence hall director, Devin Birdram, told her that permanent relocation to another Broome Street unit was possible, but temporary spaces are not available at this time. However, Assistant Director of Student Conduct, Jorge Almonte Flirman, later said in an email that Belcher had declined temporary housing. Quote, "I am seeing how incompetent they're being about this whole situation," Belcher said. "I do not feel like, from my point of view, that the university is helping me. So that was putting my safety at risk and on the line. And they could have handled that so much better." I do have more information. Big question here. Why is she having to do all the work? Why is she being told to go anywhere? Why is it that she has to discuss moving out of a room where she was simply sleeping? That doesn't add up to me. So when Belcher met with the Office of Student Conduct, this happened April 15th. So you got 3 days now, all right? She said staff admitted they had not yet begun an investigation, despite previously saying they would start the day before. Belcher also said no one from the OSC visited her dorm. Nobody collected evidence, such as her soiled bed sheet or the shirt she was wearing. Belcher said that while she was moving out of the Broome Street dorm, she asked the residence hall director to escort her roommate out of the room because she was afraid. However, she said the staff member refused, citing a lack of prior instruction from the Office of Student Conduct. We brought up a breakdown of how much NYU students pay in tuition and fees at the university annually. This is a treatment that $96,000 a year in student-related expenses will buy you. Okay? I have a very simple philosophy as a professor. We are here because of the student. That's a whole lot of my colleagues, they forget that. It's a lot of individuals in administration completely miss that point. We are here because of the student. The student is our CEO. The student is our board of directors. The student is why this institution exists. If there is no student, there is no academic institution. Until you understand, and I'm talking about those at NYU that decided to muck this up, until you understand that your chief responsibility is that of an advocate for students, especially when they're wronged by another who may be displaying actions that are adversarial to the character of the institution, you have to stand up even bolder for the student who has been wronged. We will follow up on this story. Sharon, thoughts here?
I'm stunned. Ego, arrogance, whatever you want to call it, Doc. It's filthy and disgusting. And I didn't go to law school, but even Chat GPT tells me it could be sexual assault, sexual battery, genitalia exposed, bodily fluids. It's just disgusting.
Yep.
It could be aggravated battery here.
Yes.
I will say this, thank you for not having an ego and understanding that your students are the customers too.
Right.
I'd fire everybody just before I even get to the criminal and lack of integrity and moral aspects. Why would I ever want this to get out? That they're peeing on roommates unwanted at NYU. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
This is sick. And by the way, Trump took away federal dollars from NYU, anti-Semitism. He's like, gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
I wonder if and I don't know if you have the number of the administration, but I would suggest that if they're going that route, I'm a free speech gal, but if they're going that route, it's time to take away some more money, don't you think? A black woman sleeping and urinated on.
Yeah, the irony is everybody would understand a college student acting out of character while intoxicated. It happens. They are exploring. They typically have some levels of immaturity still in them, especially at undergrad level. What we can't understand is how a system of adults who are in position of responsibility did this. That's what we don't understand. All right, we'll bring you updates.